The other character I wanted to look at is Kung Lao. So Kung Lao is also another character that's interesting. We saw him a little bit last night, and we saw a hat trick variation, which is the variation I pick now. I think he has really strong staggers as well, and I think he's one of those characters that does a lot of damage with the right hits. It's just he doesn't seem to find those hits that often. His mix-ups are mostly stagger pressure and not very much about other stuff. Also, I saw a bunch of old tricks. Like, one thing that's interesting about NRS games, if you whiff a jump normal, you can cancel into an air action still, which is pretty funny, actually. See how I can whiff that jump kick and then still cancel into a dive kick? So you can whiff a jump kick and then still teleport. That's one of those old NRS tricks. Yeah, I don't know why it's like that. This thing's called Wu-Tang? Bro, they called that the Wu-Tang? Triggers if the opponent was hit by a Shaolin slam. Protect your neck, man. That's what I'm saying. All right, so standard normals, down 1. Stand 2, down 2, standing 4. We're crazy standing 4. Down 3, down 4. Down 4 seems solid enough to me. Forward 1. This move is really useful. I see this a lot, this forward 1. And I see the string out of this a lot, like the forward 1, 2. It's -5 on block, which makes it a decent stagger. And I think there's a few strings out of it that are good. So we have 1, 2, 1. Wow, I've never seen that. Side switch, -27 on block. That's probably why I've never seen it. 1, 2 spin works, nice. 1, 2, 2 is probably knockdown, -20. Ah, I see. 1, 2, 2 is very negative. Forward 1, 2 is a stagger we see a lot, -7. So we see forward 1, forward 1, 2, forward 1, forward 1, 2, right? I see that quite a bit. Forward 1, 3. What is that on block? -19. Forward 1, 3, up 2. I see. No one. I don't ever see that string because the string is so negative on block. Man, that's wild. 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, and 2. That's the string he had in the last game. So this string has a high when he throws the hat right there. So this is one of those strings that, like, once you've seen it, I think it's pretty easy to deal with it, at least from my experience. I don't know if there's something about it I'm missing. But once you see that, you know. Pretty easy. So yeah, that string has tons of highs in it. I'm not sure why that whole string is a high. It's pretty crazy. And then he has 2, 1, 4. Still a high, and that's a mid follow-up. 4, 2, 1. 4, 2, 1 seems solid, but -13. 4, 2, 1, 4. Yeah, we see that string a lot, right? 4, 2, 1, 4. Damn, -13. Triggers a crushing blow if it's a counter or a punish. And then people do jump kick, dive kick, or they do enhanced spin or whatever after. But still unsafe on block. 3, 4. That's a low. Back 3, 2. I've seen that string before too. Back 3, 2 is -7. Back 3, 2. That seems like a decent string to stagger with. Not hit confirmable in the regular spin. But hit confirmable into EX spin. I think the thing about Kung Lao to me so far is that it seems like most of his strings are pretty unsafe. The best thing to me seems like forward 1 or forward 1, 2. A lot of these strings seem like they're kind of whatever. Forward 1, 3 was good and far-reaching, but pretty unsafe. He has a high follow-up that's safe, right? Which means people can duck under it. And then the forward 1, 3 by itself is -19. A lot of his strings are absurdly negative for some reason. Forward 2 seems like a really good button in general, though. And back 3, 2 seems fine as well because it's hit confirmable the whole time. You can do EX spin, right? And then go low if they block it. It seems like most of his game is forward 1, 2, forward 1, throw, or forward 1, like walk back, and then forward 2 if they whip something. Special moves, he has guided hat. Is it just like the last game where you can aim it up or down? And then he has, which is a high, but you can aim it down, Z hat. What is that on block? -8? Man, that's a long startup. The Amplify version just lasts longer, right? Oh, wow. And you can walk behind it. I feel like I saw him do it off of like forward 2, 1. Amplified hat a lot. I see. Plus 24 on block. The amplify? That's pretty wild. Oh, it's only in certain situations, right? Challenge drop is the dive kick. What's the crushing blow on the dive kick? If the opponent was hit by this move twice in a row. Try my Wu-Tang style. My Shaolin style. Shaolin drop. What else was the crushing blows that we saw? I think he had one off the string that was a counter, which we already looked at. That's about that. Throws. Yeah. He has a back throw crushing blow as well. Okay. I wanted to look at this character. I was curious. It was what I had suspected. I think he's okay, but he doesn't seem super, super great to me. I'm surprised at how negative a lot of his strings are. It seems crazy to me just how negative some of them are. It's wild. Like, why are some of those strings like -15?